Alright, I was just going to go over number 20 real quick from the homework. Some people seemed a little bit frustrated by it. This is a tougher problem because you're going to have to show a pair of triangles are congruent, then show another pair of triangles are congruent to get to it. So let's go ahead and get started. The triangles I'm able to prove congruent pretty quickly is triangle QVR and triangle SWR. I can show those triangles are congruent pretty quickly by using vertical angles first and then side angle side. So let's go ahead and get that in. So I'm going to say that angle QRV is congruent to angle SRW by vertical angles theorem. After that, like I said, let's go and show those triangles are congruent. The triangle QVR is congruent to triangle. Now, on this second triangle, you could call it SWR, but since they're isosceles, you could actually go WSR and be fine. And the reason why that's advantageous is let's look at what we're trying to prove. And you'll see that Q is going to need to relate to W. So that's the reason why I'm going to put W first over here, is so that it and Q will actually relate to one another. So WSR is how I'm going to name that second triangle. And then again, this was by side angle side. Now I'm jumping back over to my diagram, and I'm actually going to erase what I had in there. Really, that pair of triangles really sets us up well to finish this up. I'm going to try to show that segment QT is congruent to segment UW. So now I'm going to narrow my focus to these triangles, QTR and WUR. I'm going to narrow my focus to those. We already have a pair of sides from the given. Some of you might spy the vertical angles here. I'm going to go ahead and pin those in really quick, and I'm going to put them in my proof. That angle QRT is congruent to angle WRU, and that's by vertical angles theorem again. Could you have done this earlier in the proof when you did the other vertical angles? Sure, but I'm doing it here, so you're just going to have to deal with it. Now, I need either another pair of sides or another pair of angles. When I look at the sides, the only other sides is TR and RU. I don't have any information on those sides. I've also got WU and QT similarly. I have no information there, so I'm just kind of stuck on that. As far as angles go, though, that's where our previous triangles come into play. And that's the reason why I was so particular about making Q match up with W, is that over here, angle Q does match angle W. And I can go ahead and put that in because of CPCTC. So statement 5, angle Q is congruent to angle W, CPCTC, and that was from statement 3. These congruent triangles make that true. And now when I've got that in, this is not the end of my proof. I know y'all are so used to seeing that and being like, huzzah, I've made it. But that's not the end. Excuse me. What's the end is I actually need to show these two triangles are congruent, then use CPCTC again. Now, I do have enough information to show these two triangles are congruent, and that's by angle, side, angle. So for statement 6, I've got that triangle QTR is congruent to triangle. Now this one I have to be careful. I can't just do what I did on the previous one and swap things around. It needs to be WUR to match that, and that's by angle side angle. Now we're ready to wrap up, and what you're trying to prove is that segment QT, first and second, is congruent to segment WU, first and second, and they are corresponding parts of congruent triangles, which means they are congruent. Definitely let me know of any questions that you got in class about this explanation. I will be going over it in class, but in case you wanted to just be able to watch this video, hopefully it helped you out. Thank you very much.